Good morning, everyone. I'm here at Goats with Horns Animal Sanctuary and Real-Time Rescue, doing a little check-in on Giuseppe, who has bumblefoot. He just got treated, and Talia is going to tell you guys a little bit about what is going on with him.
Hey everybody, good morning. So Bumble is an infection that roosters can get, and the way to see is usually that their gait changes or they're holding up a foot or favoring a foot. And so unfortunately the way to treat it is to actually remove the bumble, because the bumble grows inward towards the foot. And so it requires removal of what looks like a callus, which does require some digging. But to do that in a way that relaxes them and also makes it easier is that they need to do a salt soak. So he just had a little Epsom salt bath for about 15 to 20 minutes to kind of loosen up any fecal matter that he might have in his feet, and then also to soften that callus. And then he actually has two, unfortunately, one on each foot. The one is healing, and so we just sprayed it with some antiseptic spray, rewrapped it, and then we'll get to the other one once this other foot heals. But he was a very good boy. And Michelle, the sanctuary owner, is kind of an expert in this. And so she does all of the digging. Thankfully, I just do the holding. But roosters really relax when you can hold them like a baby, believe it or not. They really like it. And so if you need to handle a rooster, if you'd like to get their nervous system to kind of come out of fight or flight, if you can hold them really tightly with both of their wings pinned, and then like a baby, it kind of sends them into a parasympathetic state. And they're really sweet, actually. And so he's doing really well. Hopefully we'll be able to treat the other foot soon.
Awesome. There's a chance maybe if Talia's able to come back next week, and or somebody else to kind of help hold the camera and everything, we might be able to kind of document the actual process of it. But there was a lot going on this morning. Like I said, this is the day after bingo. And thank you, Holly. Good morning from Connecticut. Good morning here from Arizona. Yeah, so here's Giuseppe. You can see how the one foot is wrapped in that black bandage. And as Talia mentioned, it has all the little treatment sprays and everything on there. And then once that one does finally heal up, we'll be able to treat the second foot, because it's not quite as bad, but we didn't want to treat both feet at the same time because it does affect his ability to walk. Like you can see how he's kind of lifting his foot up. They don't love having the bandage on. And so we want him to, not have a problem with both feet at the same time. So yeah.
It is important that it's treated because it becomes systemic. And so we had Stanley, our other rooster, last year had a really bad case of bumble, and it didn't look like, honestly, he was going to last the summer. And so it can, they start to molt, extreme molting, just kind of like lethargy, failure to thrive. And so it's good that we caught this one early. Yeah. And then he's got a pretty cool setup too that you guys figured out to try and keep it dry. That's really important. And try and keep poop out of it as well.
Yeah, you're welcome, Holly. Holly from Connecticut says, "Oh, poor baby thing. That's so interesting. Thanks for explaining."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Talia here is getting ready to start veterinarian nursing school. So she's super knowledgeable already and super interested and willing to always lend a hand. She's done a lot of different treatments and things like that for us here. And actually, speaking of, I just got a text from Michelle as we're able to get Willow in the stall so that she can get her shot. Mm-hmm. So you guys know we've been talking about Willow, our little Nigerian dwarf goat girl. Let me see. I see her over here. So let me get a good glimpse for you guys that we found out recently that she has an aggressive form of skin cancer. That's her. So, okay. So Holly, yeah, if you ever have tips or advice and things like that, since you do have that nursing background, that would be great. Always leave us comments. We'd love to hear from everybody who, we're learning about this, everything as we go. So we've never, for example, had an animal with an aggressive form of skin cancer or skin cancer at all. So as I said, yeah, that's Willow there. On Wednesday, she did undergo a procedure to have it frozen off. So the hope is that that can extend her life. And right now, she's pretty skittish and shy because she did just have the procedure, and she's always been a little bit of a more shy goat. And now she's getting like poked and prodded all the time because she has to have medication as well as an sub-Q shot each day. So Talia's going to try to round her up in a stall so that she'll be able to get her medicine administered. So I'll just talk a little bit about the bingo event that we had here last night. We just had decided to, oh, there Willow goes. Okay, yeah, she might have to try and lure her in with treats or something. But then, I think so. I think, yeah, we might just have to grab her collar, unfortunately, and kind of guide her into a stall. We need to get her into a stall because she needs a shot of antibiotics since she just had this procedure done the other day. So, and like I did mention, she is more of a shy goat as is. So she's like, everybody keeps bothering me. But I want to see if I can get Merman to jump up real quick. We were just, Jake was raking up. Go see if Michelle wants to do it out there. Like, right. I think Talia's going to go ask Michelle if we really need her in a stall or if they can just kind of round her up. And that is the right direction. Yeah, she might just be able to give her the shot out there. It's just everybody seems to get interested, and so everybody's going to be kind of running over and seeing, what's going on. Oh, can we have some of that? And that can be that can be a little overwhelming. Oh wow, Holly, that's awesome. You definitely have experience and all that kind of stuff. Well, too bad you are all the way in Connecticut because we could probably use your help here. Talia's going to go get a treat to try to see if she can lure her, not over stress her too much. Oh, as I was saying though, Merman here was kind of hanging out with Jake while he was raking up this area, and he was trying to stand with his hooves up on the fence and reach some of these lower pine branches, and he wound up being able to reach just a tiny bit. So I pulled it down and he was going to town. If you might be a little hard to see, but this pine tree, unfortunately, it got I believe the tree disease or condition is called blight. Anyway, this pine tree is dying, unfortunately. So it's like the pine needles are all brown. We have just a few that are green left over here. And we know that all these guys love pine needles and pine trees. For example, at Christmas time, we ask that, for anybody who got a real Christmas tree to, bring it out to us after the holidays, and the animals just go crazy for it. We've even had like a church before, I believe, like donate all of their Christmas trees after their Christmas events, and they love it. Like the cows, especially Nala, because Nala, our Corriente cow, has huge horns. Hi, Butters. And she'll literally start throwing a Christmas tree around with her horns. But everybody, they eat the pine needles, they strip the bark, they love it. But I didn't know they would love the dried dead pine needles so much. And they were going crazy. So Jake and I were pulling on branches and trying to like grab handfuls of pine needles and try to sneak it to some of the goats, but other ones they were all crowded around this area. So, oh, nice. So Holly, are you involved with a sanctuary at all, or is there like a local place that you take your Christmas tree to after the holidays to kind of let it be recycled or anything like that? Yeah, if anybody else has heard of something like that, or if you have that experience, in your area at all, if there is like some sort of animal sanctuary, I'm sure that they would love to have your pine tree after the holidays. Yeah, we would love if this tree could come back. And like I said, blight, I know, is one of the conditions that we were talking about that it might have, but it could be something else. So I think we were told by our tree person that it probably won't be able to come back and that we would eventually, need to get it removed. But we'll hold off a little longer. Like I said, there is still a little greenery, and so we'll kind of just see how that goes. But yeah, we had a great time last night at bingo. We had actually, yeah. So Holly's mentioning that, pumpkins too, she'll donate, after Halloween. And that was something that we did last night at bingo. Oh, Butters is getting some scritches. Oh, he might be he might be needed to enlist trying to get Willow. Oh, she heard us. She's like, nope. Yeah, so I keep getting distracted, obviously. We had bingo here last night, and all of the ticket sales we had decided to donate to sanctuaries that were affected by the recent hurricanes that were in the US. But any of like our raffle items or individual donations, we kept that. So we were able to already send $500 over to, and we sent it to Ziggy's Animal Refuge, another awesome sanctuary, and they are kind of doing a lot to help other sanctuaries in that area, and they're kind of like dispersing funds as needed. So yeah, it was a great time. Everybody, there was more tables over in that area, and there were lots of prizes. We had some local businesses who would, donated to us for prizes, such as a couple of local coffee shops and even a local gym in Chandler, a women's kickboxing gym. They donated a whole month for the winner and their friend to be able to come, and it's personal training. It's like this awesome gym that some friends of ours go to. So very exciting. Did you get it already? Okay. Well, yeah, see, they're pros. They just, so Willow just got her shots. Everything's good now. And she did get her medicine. I did not give it to Princess. Okay. Oh, her pain pills. Okay. Yeah. Yesterday, she there was some mix up with her pain medicine, but luckily she's really not in that much pain at this point anymore. We're just kind of making sure. Hi, Peanut. Are you all done? Okay. No, I don't think so. I was just gonna like let them out if you're done here. Okay, sounds good. Would you actually just one tiny thing because my hands are full? If you could take those brushes and let me grab. Oh, here they are. I was like, I knew I put the brushes somewhere. Back in there's like a bin on the counter in there. Thank you so much. Hi, Peanut. Oh, yeah, for sure. The hurricanes just really devastated so many people. So we saw that Ziggy's was doing so much to help, and we really, even though we had just this last week almost $3,000 in vet bills because of Willow surgery and some other things that have been going on. Who couldn't use a little bit of extra donations, at this time. But, we still, the wonderful property owner still felt called that, we should give all of the ticket sales. So every ticket was $20 just to get in the gate over there. And that all went, straight to Ziggy's. And yeah, so that was awesome. We have Rapunzel over here, our sassy goat. Holly, thank you so much for the compliment. It's really only clean because we had these awesome volunteers this morning working so hard. Jake made these whole new system for raking up this area. And then yesterday we also had a group of some local high school students come to help a bit as well. So it's not always so clean, but we did try to tidy up a little bit extra yesterday for bingo. And as part of bingo, we always call it a pumpkin smash. Hi, Elvis. Hi, Elvis. Oh, there's his little frenemies over there. Yeah, so we had a bunch of pumpkins also donated from a local Whole Foods, which was so nice. And we were able to toss out a lot of pumpkins for everybody. Last year, we even had a contest at the end of bingo, a pumpkin throw. So we saw who could throw their pumpkin the furthest from, they were on the outside, in the fenced area back there. And so they all threw them into the pasture here. Unfortunately, though, the animals don't all know really when to stop. They're kind of like bottomless pits, and a couple of them kind of ate themselves a little sick. They got a tummy ache just from too many pumpkins, especially Norma Jean, our big cow here. She actually was really having a bad tummy ache after bingo. So we said, oh gosh, we felt so bad because we were trying to do this fun, nice thing, and we just overdid it. So this year we were a little more cautious. We restricted the amount of produce and pumpkins that everybody could feed, but everybody still had a great time. There were even a couple of kids there, and they were feeding the animals, and it was just a wonderful time. And plus that way, if you do have a pumpkin, a lot of people buy pumpkin for Halloween or fall, maybe set it on their porch or maybe carve it up or something. And then as long as it's, unbleached and unpainted, the animals can eat it. So even if you don't have, a local sanctuary. You could, if you have like a wooded or naturey area, you can honestly probably just set it out there, and the pumpkins and the birds and everybody will pick at that. So it's not just going to a landfill. Yeah, it was super fun, Holly. And I have to brag on my husband for a second. He actually won the pumpkin throwing contest last year. So I got the prize. I was very excited. I would have not been able to throw the pumpkin at all, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, we still got to throw some, just maybe not like 30 or 40. I don't even know how many pumpkins we threw last year. We had a local, a great friend of ours named Paula, and she drove around to a couple different churches who had done, fall fest type of things, and they were done. And so they donated let her take all the pumpkins. We had wagons full of pumpkins. Like I can't even, like I said, I honestly don't even know. And it's not, pumpkin season has not ended yet. So there's a chance we might still get some donations when I'm going to let the cows and Stan out and kind of wind up back here. But then as I walk through, I can show you our leftover pumpkin stash, and they're all like, maybe because it's from Whole Foods, which is for those of you maybe not familiar with Whole Foods, because I know that we do have viewers from all over the world, and I'm not sure how global this store is, but people joke that it's a very like fancy, slightly more expensive grocery store. So all the pumpkins are like the heirloom pumpkins, or we don't have any orange pumpkins. They're like white and green and just fancy ones. So maybe because they're from Whole Foods, they were extra fancy. Well, before I head out, I do have to say hi to Esperanza because she's trying to sneak over, and I can't leave without saying bye to this sweet girl. Yes, sweetest girl. She was doing the little. Sometimes the sheep will put their front leg out like this, like they're raising it up when they want something. So she did that to me earlier. So I had to take a break from what I was doing. She was basically saying, hey, I want attention. So I had to oblige. Oh, yeah, you're just the sweetest. Okay, let's go. So time to release everybody, let everybody out. These guys can't eat with the goats and sheep because, well, Nala gets too excited about food and she uses those beautiful horns on her head, unfortunately, so that wouldn't be safe. And then Norma Jean sucks up so much hay so quickly, like a vacuum cleaner, that if we put all her hay with everyone else's hay in the trough, they wouldn't get enough by the time that she had sucked it all down. So now you girls can go enjoy your day. Bye, sweet girl Esperanza. Thank you. And thank you so much for participating and, being here with us, Holly, this morning. It was nice to have someone chatting in real time with us. Well, so now I need to let out Rapunzel, the sassy goat, who just would love to headbutt me. So I'm out of here. I'm going to walk a little faster out the gate. It's not as though she's going to start, charging me, but if she comes towards me, then it might not be turn out so well. But she's just getting a drink. Okay, I gotta get that gate closed. Okay, Fernando, now it's time to do two things. I need to unplug the heat lamp. Hi, Cookie Dough. Because we did have a heat lamp over here, even though it was, only in like the 50s or so last night. Pie is, I'm gonna have to set this down because I can't safely unplug this with one hand. Just a second. All right, there we go. Pie, that little girl right there, is kind of like a little bit more of a special needs. She's a little older. She's lost both of her sisters and like her three best friends over the last couple of years. She's an older girl. She's outlived everyone she's ever bonded with, and lately she's been hanging out with Stan. But anyway, since Stan has sometimes had some minor health issues as well, I think Talia kind of touched on the fact that last year he had just such horrible bumble and was just really having a horrible time. We kind of give them that extra little warmth because even though, the 50 degrees isn't that cold, Fahrenheit, we are in Fahrenheit degrees, but for here, like I said, we are in Arizona and we're not up north. We're part of the Sonoran Desert, so we have very extreme temperatures. So everyone here is very used to very hot temperatures. So even 50 degrees, these guys are shivering. So, hi, Miss Pie. Okay, but Stan here would love nothing more than to chase me and peck me and everything. I don't know why. I love him. He does, the feeling's not mutual. So Talia, though, like I said, she's like the rooster expert, and Talia and Stan do honestly have a special bond. So maybe I'll let her let him out, and then I'm gonna run away safely. Is there not a lot left out there? Okay, let's get a little more. Okay. Oh yeah, good point. And maybe we'll get some more and pour some in there too, because sometimes Pi Pi hangs out in there. Okay, yeah, it's grapes. That's the special treat. So earlier, actually, Talia was dropping some grapes through the little pieces. She'll kind of break them with her fingers and tuck it in. And one dropped on the ground, and Stan was just giving her this really cute look like, hey, I can't eat that. It's dirty now, because he normally just, thank you, Seppi. He'll usually just take it right from the hand. Oh, yeah, for sure. Even though it's, like I said, we don't have as extreme cold temperatures here. It is a big swing, and when you're older, things are harder on you, and the temperatures, especially the heat, is super hard on the birds. And even though they're relatively used to it, they're definitely happy that it's not 110 anymore. They can be out. They don't have to be locked up in the air conditioned coop anymore. But yeah, so I guess Talia's gonna go grab some more stuff for him and throw some grapes down. So I will go show you guys the pumpkins real quick while she's doing that, and then sign off. Hi, Plum. Hi, Miss Plum. Oh, wow. Wow, that's so awesome. You're going to be able to use your animal advocacy skills and your compassion and care as a nurse to help all those animals too. So let me show you the fancy pumpkins real quick. Yeah. Now we will need to shut this door here, because otherwise Millie, one of our hens, will come in and start eating all the chicken food. But yeah, so here are our leftover pumpkins that we have, all the fancy ones. Little, I think some of them are called like fairy tale pumpkins, but yeah, so like I said, they definitely got plenty of pumpkins last night. Not too much to get sick, but they definitely were not quite as hungry this morning, because they overate last night, overindulged. But we all got to do that every once in a while. But yeah, so we're gonna save these for other days, and we'll be able to like supplement, like maybe just toss a few over the fence in the morning tomorrow, or maybe they'll even get a snack later today. You never know. I know they act like they're starving all the time, but they had plenty. So thanks again, Holly, and everyone else who tuned in. It was great to talk to you guys. And if you're interested in following more of our journey or making a donation, we do have all of our links in the description box below. And we will talk to you guys next time. And I'll have to show you how much smaller the pumpkin pile has gotten if it's not gone. Okay, have a great day. Bye.